Hey, what's going on, everybody? Servo here. Welcome back to the channel. Today, it is time for our weekly Reddit review. We're going to go over some of the trending discussions. I would imagine it's going to be stuff about the update because the update is literally here in just a few more days. And speaking of a few more days, I have my giveaway still running, but it is ending in a couple more days. So you can enter. I'm giving away 6 $10 gift cards that you can use really for anything, but it would be useful for like topping up on some moonstones, or you could use it to get the next star path. And yeah, you can enter down below completely free to everybody. I will pin that in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy this video, and let's get right to it. Oh wow, this post over here by Tradition Brave 1070 is actually trending really quickly. So 4 hours ago, already has 448 upvotes. Let's see. They said, why doesn't anything cost coins anymore? Watching the showcase again, I realized that expanding the chest costs Dreamlight. I'm so sick of everything costing Dreamlight because I have completed almost all of the achievements and it's getting ridiculous grind to get enough just to make potions and unlock the realms. Now, when we started playing, expanding our personal storage cost coins, so expanding chests should as well. I get that most seasoned players have millions of coins, but listen, we grinded to those and now they are virtually useless. I mean, I have maybe 3 or 4 new things as Scrooges a week, so they just sit there and do nothing. Make stuff expensive if you want to make it somewhat of a challenge, or let us turn coins into Dreamlight with a magic ATM. Oh, that would be cool. Or something. Make coins have a purpose again, because they don't anymore. I will say, first off, the coins definitely have a purpose. Oh my gosh, I came in here to prove a point and I have a new door. Let's go. The French restaurant door. Oh, it's beautiful. I gotta pick that up. 1,200 coins. You got it, Scrooge. So I actually go through so many coins in this game. For example, to purchase like the Scrooge items to get extra, like at the Bookish Fire Pit, is 10,000. So if I want some extra, it's going to be 40,000. Every time I purchase like premium shop items, I buy extras. Look at this, 5,000 coins each. The table right here was 17,600. So if I wanted to buy 8 tables, that's 140,000 coins. So the way Scrooge's shop is set up, it definitely eats through your star coins for sure. But I do agree with you completely, especially when it comes to the Dreamlight. Dreamlight is not very fun to grind, and everything is starting to cost Dreamlight. I almost feel like since the Sally update is when they really ramped up things that you need to spend Dreamlight on. Even the events, the St. Patrick's Day event, the Clover, making the Rainbow Cauldrons and things like that, like making the 4-leaf clovers, those would cost some Dreamlight. Chest costs Dreamlight. I mean, almost everything is turning into Dreamlight, and especially the floating islands, which I think the floating islands is what actually depleted our like huge source of Dreamlight that we had. Our stash just completely went away. So I agree, being able to convert coins into Dreamlight would be awesome as well. That way you have a choice of either farming up coins that you could turn into Dreamlight, or you could farm up Dreamlight. But what I want the game to do instead, I want them to make every single action in the game where you can earn Dreamlight. So for example, if I'm mining a rock, so like say I go over here, I mine this node here, I want this rock to give me at least 1 Dreamlight. Or maybe for mining, it could be 2 Dreamlight for each rock, or 5 or something like that. And maybe if you were harvesting pumpkins or any vegetables, say you go over there and you plant 300 of them, you harvest 300. By the time you finish 300, you should get 300 Dreamlight. So you're passively doing something. That way, you're not just coming over here and farming up these repeated Dreamlight bounties over, something that if you like to do fishing, so every time you catch a fish, you get 1 Dreamlight. That way you're passively earning Dreamlight over time. I think that would make the game feel so much more rewarding, and it would make it where you could do what you wanted to do to earn Dreamlight. It would be very slow. Obviously, it's not going to be overpowered, but it would be more rewarding. And then if you were just playing the game passively, you may have ended up with like 6,000 Dreamlight by the end of the week. So I think that's a direction they should take with the game. All right, up next we got cures that send new Star Path items. Look at all these items. I'm so excited to decorate my Ever After in the Vale. That gazebo is so cute. A 420 upvotes. Yeah, the Star Path items do look good. It's very like fairy core, which I think a lot of people were wanting. I will say the items look completely different than I thought the Star Path. I think it's mainly the color tones. I thought it was going to be more blue and purple, kind of like Ever After vibes. Instead, they went with like a pink and green color. So very like nature, very like vines. And they do look good. Now this right here makes me just want some string lights in the game. I've been asking for string lights added to the game forever. And they kind of gave something like they could have done with it. Instead, they gave us some foliage and things like that. We also have the fountain, which is cool. We can never have too many fountains. We also have a giant gazebo, which is nice. I feel like once they added the gazebos, they noticed that the community really enjoyed them because they've been pumping out a lot of them. We have like, what, 4 or 5 now? And then we have some of these little vine chairs in the little mushroom style and everything. So Star Path looks pretty good. I'm wondering with the recolors, maybe we will get like a blue and a purple variation of this stuff. I really hope this fountain is active and moves. I would imagine it would have to be, but we'll see. Whoa, okay, Alice. Let's see. His Girl Friday 9830 said that the Alice costume is BS. I'm a little ticked off about the premium shop Alice costume. I feel like it should have some warnings. You cannot wear different shoes, different stockings, anything on your back, so most gliders are out. You can't wear any hats or masks that cover your head, I believe as well, and most of the necklaces also remove the outfit. That's nuts. Yeah, they definitely dropped the ball a little bit when it came to the costume. If we go to the costume and put it on, yeah, as you see, it removed literally everything, my wings and all, like the stuff I had, like on my neck and stuff, except I do have the choker here still, so you can at least wear the choker and I guess some accessories, but there's no wings on it, and I don't know if that is intentional though. I have a feeling the back pieces is like they broke it, so I think you're going to be able to swap it in a future update with at least, you know, wings or whatever you want, probably backpacks and things like that. Now, as for the headpiece, yeah, you can't put anything on your head, which is definitely disappointing. As you see, I still have rings on, I still have wrist, so you can kind of get your tags up a little bit using this outfit. So adding a warning, I guess that'd be kind of difficult though for them to put in the premium shop. I don't know how they would word that. I do weekly premium shop reviews, so I check it out like the day of reset. We go over the items, what can work, what doesn't work. I usually do a reset stream as well, but officially nothing in game, yeah. And I talked about it on reset and I was definitely bummed about it, and I did give a warning on that, so hopefully they will change it. Now they put an edit down here. They said, I guess you can wear the bunny mask and the clock necklace. Yeah, again, I think some of it is just not intentional, and they'll probably rework it and fix it in a future update. Probably not as much as we want though. And usually the costumes, not all the costumes, but usually the costumes make it where you can't use a lot of things. Oh, here we go by Zepsy Gaming. They said, wow, changes to the photo mode incoming. I just saw the video that they uploaded and there seem to be many new awesome things, and I'm longing to try all of it out, of course, but did not expect this, and wow, I want to try it straight away. Yeah, this is looking cool, especially at the top. So we have like, you know, the facial expressions and stuff. Then we have this toggle, which we're actually on, which we can see. And as you see, they have it where you can change the time of day to nighttime, daytime, you know, sunset. You can actually do it right here. We also have things like, you could change the depth of field, the contrast, saturation, brightness. You know, this is stuff that they have in Infinity Nikki, which I cover on my second channel. I actually made a video on this channel about how incredible the camera mode is from Infinity Nikki. It has all these options and then like way more. It's like 10 times more impressive than even this newest update we're getting. But I really love that we're getting some improvements. And hey, maybe Gameloft saw Infinity Nikki and they were like, dang, That's great ideas. Let's go work on that. And now we're getting this. This is an update I've really been wanting for a while. And we also have this toggle here, which looks like a sun. It's got some sparkles. So I think the weather toggle is actually coming to the game. But here's my thing. I hope it's not just a weather toggle in photo mode. That would be the biggest letdown if they made it where you couldn't make it stop raining or make it start raining just in your game in general. If they made it just based on, like, say it's raining and then you go to take a picture, then you can adjust all of this stuff and then you can go and change the weather, but then as soon as you back out of camera it goes back to raining, I would be very, very sad. I need something in the actual in-game settings as well, and they probably will do it that way. I'm sure they thought of it. You know, just like how you can adjust the time of day settings in the settings and also on the camera mode, it's probably the same way you have those in-game settings on your camera. Now, another thing I really hope they add is, so in Infinity Nikki, they have a little toggle that you can click to either like have this stuff reset back to default, or you can have it saved your last preset. So for example, say I had my saturation cranked all the way up, which most of us is probably going to do, and then my contrast up like 20%, depth of field up like 14%. I hope that it saves it that way when I back out my camera we can go back in. So I think they thought ahead on a lot of this stuff, and this is going to be a great feature. Hopefully new poses as well, new frames, and then we have this like more option over here, which I don't know how that's going to look. I feel like they are really expanding on this camera mode. All right, up next by Sarah the Queen. This said, Cheshire Cat tree, yay or nay? I've heard mixed reviews about the Cheshire Cat tree that's coming to the valley. All I can say is Gameloft nailed it 100%. Thoughts? Is there really people that are not enjoying the tree? I thought it was, you know, spot on with how it is in the movie. I actually just rewatched the movie last night to see if I can catch anything, and I definitely missed a lot of stuff from the movie and the new trailer that they gave us, so I'm all caught up. And yeah, the tree is perfect. I mean, here's what it looks like in game. They have all the signs on there. The tree itself looks nice. We got the Cheshire Cat. One thing that's cool about this is it's a house that doesn't look like a house. So for example, you can place this tree as decorating. The only downside is you can't duplicate villager houses, so I would love to have like 2 of these kind of trees in a dream snap in the background, you know, to make it symmetrical. And we're not going to have that because we don't have this style of tree anywhere. But you're still going to be able to have this tree probably in the back of a dream snap and have the Cheshire Cat already sitting on the tree for a dream snap. So that's going to be cool because they pretty much said the Cheshire Cat will always be sitting in this tree like when you're nearby it. So I'm in love with the house because, again, it's not like an actual house. You can use it for just landscaping or foliage and stuff. And I think it looks great. The little signs are cool. The color of the house and everything's spot on. I don't know what else they could have done unless they made like a custom Cheshire Cat house. But again, we have so many houses already. So I love that they did a different take on this. I don't think you're going to be able to enter or go inside it, though. It looks like you're probably just going to be able to walk up and talk to the Cheshire Cat, which is also different. And then last but not least, by every peasant here, we have R2-D2 Companion. The scream that came out of my mouth when I was surprised in the dev update teaser by finding out we get R2-D2 as well. Yeah, I could see them adding some Star Wars clothing and furniture options. I did not expect them to add R2-D2 as a companion. Like, that is actually wild. And I cannot wait to get him in the valley. I still wish he was a character so he can interact with Wally. I think him and Wally would be best buds. But, you know, he's going to be nice in Dream Snaps also, although he is quite large. And I feel like his pose is going to be very standard, pretty much just him being himself. It'll be interesting, though. I'm excited to see how R2-D2 is able to interact as a companion. Also, he's going to be almost as tall as our character. So that's going to be wild to have a big companion. I mean, we have the magic carpet, which is very large. And I kind of don't use the magic carpet as much because, you know, the magic carpet's always getting in the way. R2-D2, I may have to make the exception. Anyways, that is it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Good luck with your grind this week. I know you guys have a lot to do. I'm going to have to farm up some Dreamlight. And I'm also working on a little bit of my Wonderland, like Alice in Wonderland Plaza. There's not as many items in the game that are Alice in Wonderland themed so far, so it's definitely going to be kind of challenging. And the Plaza biome is very small, so I'll have to figure it out. But thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one.